Hello everyone, my name is Chris Wilkie. I'd like to welcome you to the walkthrough of the DeHority Complex. This is a live Q&A, so if you have questions about anything within this hall, I have a lovely tape measure. My student Jessica, she can wave, you can see her hand. She's going to be reading questions live off of the Facebook Live video, so we're here to help. And the goal is that you're ready to help move in. So DeHority Complex is a really interesting one because we get to show you a few different things while we're here. We have a showroom set up. We actually have some additional for linens and care packages that we'll show you here in a second. We'll show you a room, we'll show you restrooms, we'll show you the front desk, laundry, computer lab, fitness room, and media room. So we've got a lot to show you. Please feel free to ask questions. So you go in and start typing, put them in the comments, we'll answer as many as we possibly can. So let's start off by showing you the care packages and linens for everybody who hasn't seen those when they were here during orientation. So I'll let Jessica show them in here, but just so as everybody's aware, these are hosted by our Residence Hall Association, or RHA, and all money earned from the sales of the care packages and the linens actually go to help with the programming here on campus that are held within the residence halls. So it's money that gets generated so that you can have better events here. So you can see we have a futon, different linens, everything from towels to mattress pads. If you want more information about these items, you can go to the rhl.org/BAL, or you can go onto our housing website and we'll be happy to show you that. There's also care packages for anybody that's interested. There is the information if you're curious. These are really awesome bags. I'm kind of hungry, so I may want to start grabbing stuff, but we just wanted to show you guys that stuff first. Here is the micro fridge, and so it's got a freezer, it's got a refrigerator, and a microwave that comes on top of it. So you can rent these for the semester. If you rent them by July 31st, you will actually get them delivered to your room before move-in. So just want to show you guys this stuff before we walk on anywhere else. So as you come into DeHority Complex, as you probably remember from orientation, you have your main area here. Over on this side is the front desk. So the front desk is where you can go check out pots and pans, you can check out pool equipment, you can check out different things like a vacuum, brooms, things that can help you clean or enjoy your time here at DeHority. You'll just go up there, you show them your ID, you'll check that out. If you have guests that are staying the night or you need to get change, you can also do so at the front desk. So down in the main lobby area, we'll be back here shortly. I want to get to the rooms first because that's what everybody's really excited about. We have the computer lab over there, and we have a few seminar rooms. So these rooms can be checked out by students, and you can do them for studying, group projects, whatever you need to kind of get some quiet space. This is home to the Honors Living Learning community, so we do know these students tend to like to study and keep quiet, so we give them some spaces they can do so without having to go to the library. So in order to get into the hall, you need to use your Ball State ID card. There's proximity sensors. You'll hear the click. It'll open the door. So over on this side, we got our mailboxes. So every student gets a mailbox, and then you have your outgoing mail right here. You just drop it in any USPS mail, we'll get it taken care of for you. You have water fountains, along with some filler spaces, and there is an elevator. So if you do have a need for an elevator, this goes to all of the floors, all 4 of them here within the hall. So now we're going to walk up to the second floor, and we're going to show you a room and a bathroom. So it says no running, please walk. I don't know why anybody would want to run, but whatever. Let's show you a lounge real quick. So the lounge area is used for all the programming, and it's also some common space. So if you want to come out here, work on a group project, watch a TV show together, maybe you're into The Bachelorette, Bachelor, Big Brother, something like that, you can do so in the space here. You also have hall council meetings and floor meetings within these areas. Do you have any questions thus far?
No.
Okay, so you guys get kind of an interesting tour because when I was a student here, I did live in DeHority for my first semester. So I'm going to show you some of the rooms that I actually had friends that lived in or I lived within it myself. So we're going to kind of do a tour here. So DeHority is broken down into 4 wings in a back hallway. So you got 4 like fingers and then 1 back hallway throughout it. So we're going to start with this room here, number 243. Austin, if you're watching, this is your old room. And let's show you what we have here. So, we have 2 beds, 2 desks, 2 dressers, some cubbies. We also have 2 chairs, 2 wardrobes, and you have 2 trash cans. So as you can tell with the way this is set up, the desk and the dresser unit can fit under the lofted bed, and you do not have to buy or rent a loft or build a loft for DeHority. They actually get lifted up with the equipment that we have here. So you can actually take these and make bunk beds if you so choose, but a lot of students like to loft them up. So we'll do some measurements for everything. Let's start with the height of the loft at this point. 55 inches underneath of it. $80 inches from post to post. 47.5 length for the desk. Width is 23.5. Height is 31.5. It does have a drawer here, a drawer here. You have a chair, a drawer here, and a pull out there. Now these chairs, if you watch the other videos, do come apart. So you have a bar stool type thing and a little rocking chair if you like gaming. I can put that together.
I have a question.
Yes, what's the question?
Do the beds come lofted already, or will they be down?
That is a very good question. I don't actually know the answer to that. If you do need to loft your beds, all you really need is a rubber mallet for this bed. So you simply pop this up, and it just will pop, and then you'll move it to the select area, set it in there, and use the rubber mallet to pound that down. Beds are twin extra long, and you do have a firm side and a plush side. So all you have to do is flip over your mattress, and you'll get to the correct side, whichever one you choose. Any additional questions before we keep measuring?
The measurement from the window to the wall on both sides.
Okay.
She says, I know you can put both beds on one wall.
Let me show you this real quick here. This is 94 inches that way. And as for beds on both walls, let's show you what we got here. So, I'm going to warn you guys right now that most in DeHority have this little area. So if I was lofting a bed, I would literally have clearance of, this is just shy of 7 feet right here. So if you look at this area, your bed at the top point is just under 6 feet. So you'd only have about a foot of clearance if you went under this area here. You're also by the door. Let's measure to see what we have. So if we look from bed, and that bed's up against the wall, you have 88 inches to this point. Now if you remember, we measured from end to end here. And you have 84 inches. Okay? So we need 168. You can barely fit that in there. It's going to be a tight fit, but you could do it. Students who's on this end may get their head hit a few times, but that's completely your call. As you can tell, the wardrobe does move. We can move it to any spot here. So for instance, we can move it over here if we wanted, but it's completely up to you where you want that at. So wardrobe height, just so you are aware, is roughly 74 inches tall. Inside, you have a little rack, 17.5 that way, roughly 58, small little rack in there, 2 drawers there, shelves that are adjustable. You can also just use the rack and put the shelves at the bottom if you so choose. Something else to note that we keep getting asked, is there some place to lock valuables? The dresser unit does have a lock at the top. You would need a padlock or a combination lock for that, but you could use that to lock. There are 2 bulletin boards. They currently are hung on this. They can be moved around, but they are, I should have this memorized by now, 29 by 23. So we have an AC where you can control this here looks like we can take it down. I think you'll be okay at 64. If you would like to freeze, you can do whatever you want. I think they come set at 70 when you move in, so we'll move that back up, or 69.5. But you can tell these are wheeled Ethernet port and outlet there. We also have some underneath the beds areas. There is an outlet right here on the wall. There's one over there. We do have the other additional Ethernet port here. You do have cubbies in the shelf area here. I'll give you a measurement of this. 17, we already measured across. That's your wonderful view in this room. Window ledge is a full 3.5 inches. Window opening is pretty easy. Got two of these little guys. If I can get it to open. You can push that open. That is the part of the window that will open. Somebody's bound to ask how much room we have here. 5 feet 6 inches. That's what you can fit in that area. Dresser unit, 23.5 by 29.5. 3 drawers that are roughly 8 inches apiece. Any additional questions while we're in here?
Someone's asking for measurements of the other wall.
What other wall are we talking about? If you would please post what other wall, I'll be happy to get you that measurement. I'll measure across here so we can get this measurement, and we'll measure the length of the room as well. But I don't know what wall. I think I've measured most walls now. 138 inches and a half. Let's go from maybe if I get my tape measure to cooperate. Roughly 14.5 feet. I don't think I've got your cubbies over here. Let's make sure I get all your cubbies here. 10.5. 11.5. I think we measured all of the spaces within this hall.
Are you able to put curtains above the window?
I still have to check on that. I have not gotten an answer back. You can't mount anything to the walls. I think if you did a shower curtain, you could, but I don't see many students do that, and I'm not sure if it's against our regulations or not, so I cannot answer that question.
Can you measure the height of the dresser again?
30 inches tall. And just so you're aware, looks like you can get to 52.5 is where this little piece is at. And it looks like you have about 3 inches between each rung, so you can go down in increments of 3 inches.
Can a 34-inch TV fit comfortably in the room, maybe on the windowsill area?
Oh yeah. So we measure TVs diagonally. So 34 inches would be roughly to about right here. So you may have the vent that would be in the way slightly, but as long as you put the base over in that corner, you'd have access to the Ethernet. Now, what I did when I lived in this hall is I put a TV right here. It was roughly about 35 inches. And you can tell if you have it in this area, 33 is about as big as you want. You can get 35 if you really tried. But you could also move one of those units to say like some in this area, and you'd have plenty of space.
Can you measure the top of the door?
Top of the door. So like this area? 4 inches. And it is 80 inches to the top of that door. You're not allowed to place anything on the door itself. You can only decorate this area here.
The width of the door as well, please.
Width of the door. Okay. 35.5. Any other questions while we're in this room? Got 2 trash cans. I think we've measured about everything you could have. Some people want to know steps. There's roughly, let's see, it's 28.5 to 40.5. So you get like 12 inches between each step, roughly from top to top. Okay, so we're going to show you a bathroom, and then we're going to show you a showroom. Yes?
If I put both beds on one wall, will the 2 dressers and wardrobe fit on the other wall?
Yes. But remember, for 2 beds to fit on this wall, you do have to deal with this. Not saying it can't be done. What I would recommend if you were doing that, you may not be able to loft that bed. You may want to put it down a little bit lower. I've seen people do that, completely up to you. But if you look, we've measured the room's length there. It all depends on your room setup. I would probably tell you to put it on those walls, and I think you could fit that majority over there. But it's going to be a little tight. This is the most common room setup. You can switch it as you want, but this is what we typically have in these rooms.
And then someone said, can you measure the width of the top of the door to put hooks? So maybe like the depth of the door?
Just shy of 2 inches, so like 1 3/4 inches. Now, on the other side, you do have this, so it's going to have to be very, very shallow. You're talking no more than 1/2 inch on that end of it, due to the way these doors are set up. Any other questions before we leave this room? Okay, let's go show you the bathroom then. And if Joey, I'll have to tell him later. This is your old room. There you go. We have a few other friends that lived in this hall, but most of you have seen this. So let's show you what a bathroom looks like. Bathrooms are keyed. So rooms were shared by, so for instance, this bathroom shared by 4 people. So there are 2 different rooms that share this bathroom. They're called pods. You can tell how many share the bathroom by the number of cubby holes that are in here. So there's 1 for each student. Now, cubby holes can be locked if you so choose. You can put that in there. Cubby holes do measure, because I got asked this last year, 8.5 there, 10.5 there. You can put a lock in. Toilet paper is provided, hand soap's provided, sink is here, you do have your mirrors. This unit, since it's 4 students, share 1 bathroom stall unit. So you can see what that looks like in there. Bathrooms are pretty straightforward. We'll show you what a dual unit, like where 8 people share it, here in just a second. Let's walk on down this way. I'll show one more unit. Where's the other bathroom? It's that way. We gotta go this way. My apologies. Any additional questions as we walk?
Nope.
These are co-ed by hall. So as you go through here, men and women will be placed together throughout the hall. But the bathrooms are shared by 1 gender. So for example, here's a bathroom unit that is shared by 12 people. No, 10 people, sorry. Got 2 restroom units. See how they vary just a little bit. And as we mentioned, and you'll hear again, people ask me what you put on the walls. We ask that you not bring these. These are from last year. We still haven't removed them. But if you bring 3M products, you will tear up the walls like this. So we ask that you use the products that are provided for you in the hall. We provide them for free during move-in. Use 3Ms. This is a damage fee you'll get billed at the end of the semester or the end of the year. Please use our products that we provide and leave them on the walls. Trash room. See how we have different units? You'll get your bags as well that'll be in here. And now I'll show you kitchenettes over here. So I'll show you a kitchenette while we're up this way. Here's a lovely kitchenette. So you got a community style TV here, and you do have fridge, sink, toaster in this one, microwave, oven, and stovetop. Items can be checked out downstairs if you want to cook, so like pots, pans, those kinds of things. Now let's go downstairs and show you what we got two more things over this side we should show you before we go downstairs. Here's the media room. So if people want to watch like the Oscars, the Emmys, any of those, the Tony Awards, these are available. You can come in here and watch. You can also look up gaming systems and play those in here. We used to have tournaments with different games, but we also watch different shows and finales in this area. So it's open for all students. You just have to have your ID card.
Someone asked, do they provide hooks and other ways to hang up posters and calendars?
We provide you those downstairs during move-in. So there'll be boxes of those materials there. You will just grab some, use those to stick up on the walls. So we have an approved vendor that uses that. Make sure there's nothing else I need to show. So you have a craft room as well. So you can use this area. You need to create stuff for like your honors classes. It has a fume hood along with supplies that are in here. So you can use this at any time, but you do need your ID.
Is there a limit on how many you get when you move in? How many hooks?
I do not know that answer. It depends on the halls and the number of students who need those. I'll show you the laundry room, fitness room, ice machine. So we do have an ice machine along with water. Show you what the fitness room looks like. Again, you need your ID card. Here's the fitness room. 2 treadmills, 2 bikes, 1 moonwalker machine, as I've so luckily learned to call those. Some weight equipment, 2 ellipticals, some more weight equipment, yoga mats, and exercise balls are within this for the students in this hall to use. We only ask that you do wipe these down when we are done. There are also TVs mounted for your viewing pleasure as you come down here and work out. Laundry room. Very exciting. Here's your laundry room. Looks like we have 14 dryers. I'm assuming we have 12 washers. You have some areas you can sit and wash. We do ask that you think about using Cardinal Cash. So you use your ID card, you swipe, you put in your unit, it'll bill out of your Cardinal Cash that you load up on this. Otherwise, you do have to get change. It's $1.25 to dry, it's $1.50 to wash. So these units are here, and you should be good to go. And a sink, and some folding areas up here if you need to use those. Showroom time. You want to see another look at a restroom? This one is shared by 8 people. And then if you come, once you look in that area, there is a restroom cleaning schedule that is posted, so you know when your restroom will be cleaned on what day of the week. Let's show you what a showroom looks like. So anybody who was here for orientation may have seen this. You may have actually stopped in. But here's what a room can look like. So these beds are half lofted. So if you're curious what can fit around places, this is how this room was set up. So you can see we actually put the bulletin board down there, twin extra large items on this. Desk can be turned around. They actually stack these dressers. If you need a bike locker, they're $50 for the academic year. Just call our office, we'll get that set up. That's a micro fridge setup. You can see how they've set up this room. So this, when my students set it up, takes about an hour and a half to get up and running. So it's completely up to you how you want to set up your room, but this is one option you can have while you're in here. Let's go show the computer lab now. Again, here's the elevator. Be used during move-in or any other time that you need it. All art is student art that is within this hall, just so you are aware. For the computer lab, ID card. You'll hear a little click. So within this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PCs, 3 Macs, a printer, 6 PCs, 2 scanner units. So these one scanner unit. The second one in here? Yep, second one's over here. So if you need any computers or to print, this is available for you guys at any time. And that's the DeHority Complex. So if there are other items or questions that you have, I'd be happy to answer those at this time. But I think we've shown you the majority of the hall and the amenities that we have within this building. So we'll use a few minutes for questions. Jessica, do we have anything?
No, not right now.
Okay, well, if there are additional questions, feel free to post them at any time. Again, my name is Chris Wilkie. This is DeHority Complex. We can't wait to start seeing all the students move back in, starting with premium plan students on August 15th.